Buenos dias, Gunners Collective. Back at it? You already know. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. What? Here goes another one. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I said, hell yeah. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I said, what? Hell yeah. Bye-ya. 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 Man, I woke up in a good mood. A great mood. The type of mood you're supposed to wake up in. Shaky and bakey. Or wakey and bakey. Whatever you want to call it, right? In the meantime, in between time, as you can tell by that thumbnail in a menudo style in a direct fashion, bang, bang. We're about to get straight into it, gang, gang. Now, let me tell you something. 45 years old, man. My birthday was the other day, right? And as you get older, let me tell you about one thing. Less and less people will call you and say, hey, happy birthday, bro. Hey, I appreciate you. You ain't got that coming. You get older and you get older and people seem to forget about you. You're still around, eh? Barely, right? But you're still around, but they forget. And 45 years, the culmination of my life, where I've been headed, where I'm headed to. If I don't do it now, I ain't never going to do it. That's just straight up. This is what it's all about. I never had a chance. You see the thumbnail right there? I went through a lot of hardships, and I continue to go through a lot of hardships. But let me tell you, you never get down on yourself. You never say, hey, you can't do it. You ain't going to make it. Guard, you ain't going to make it. Man down, man down. It's never about that. It's about the struggling to strive, to keep on pushing, right? I've had a lot of friends, a lot of homeboys give up on me, give up on themselves, give up on life in general. And let me tell you something. Here's knowledge you can't get in college. You can't do that, eh? Can't do that. So I wanted to talk about me never having a chance, because that's a lie. That's bullshit. That's clickbait, right? Everyone has a chance. It's what you do with your life, man. Which route you're going to go. So it's gonna go left, eh? Even though I keep going in circles, I'm gonna do it one more time. Nah, fuck that, I'm gonna go right. I'm gonna go the right way. I'm gonna try something a little bit different, right? Because everything I've been doing up to this point has been leading me in circles. I feel like, why must I chase the cat? Nothing but the dog. And I ain't from Fresno, but it feels like I'm chasing my tail, right? I'm going round and round in circles, right? When I definitely should be going on the straight path. Now, trip out 45 years ago, I was born into this world. And I did have less advantages than others. You know, I got born into a family where a mother was a hard worker and she tried to do the most she could for her children. But my father just, nope, no, I ain't working. That's straight up was lazy than a motherfucker. He just wasn't gonna work, man. He wasn't gonna do, he was a hustler. Oh, he can get his hustle on. He can put some hustle behind that muscle, right? But he wasn't gonna work. And when you're young, you need someone to look up to. And the only people that I had to look up to in that household was my father and my tío that was in and out of prison. My father was in and out of prison. My tío was in and out of prison. These were my two male role models. These were the people that I looked at like, hey, I want to be like Mike when I grow up, right? Just do it. These were the people that I aspired to be, and they weren't on the correct path. That they didn't have their shit together. How you expect me to have my shit together? So I decided that if for no other reason, I was going to lean towards the streets. Like so many other stories you hear on YouTube or in life, right? Gang members. We lean towards the streets, not because I wanted a familia, because I wasn't getting the love at home or the affection, or because of one thing or another. It was because I made the choice. I made the conscientious choice to go out there and to be that one. I wanted to prove not only to the people I aspired to be, but also to myself that I could gain respect. I can be that one out there on the guy who's really doing it. And I did that for a long time. For a very long time, I was out there hanging around with the riffraff, with the poop butts, with the wannabes, right? With the gang members and with whoever else was out there. And I was making choices. Now, my tío and my father started to recognize that. So instead of pulling me out of that mix, shit, they turned me on to it. I feel like the Volta for Menace Society. They turned me straight up, turned me on to it. They started to lace me up. Well, Sasuke, if you're going to sell dope, shake them up, shake them. This is how you're going to do it, right? And different intricacies and different details and different clecha that a kid my age shouldn't have had. You know, so I felt I was older, and I felt I was bolder, and I felt I was colder for having the weight of the world upon my shoulder. Orale, Pac. I felt like I was ready to be on my own, to really prove myself, to be that one, to start making my name my name. And it didn't work out for me. It didn't work out for me. You know, I got caught up in situations, twists and turns. Some of them I was able to wiggle out of, and some of them I wasn't. And I found myself incarcerated at a very, very, very young age. You know, it's crazy because now I sit back and you know, I wiggle. My wiggleization is real. I'm out there in public, in traffic, and I see these younger children, you know, getting out of school or doing their thing. And I'm like, wow, I was that age right there. While y'all motherfuckers was playing Donkey Kong on Nintendo, I was already incarcerated. I was already locked up. I was already going through hardships. Not that my family pushed me towards it, but I pushed myself towards it. And I thought that was cool. I thought I was, I thought I was the one. And little did I know, I headed myself down that wrong path, right? Now, there's a lot of different people that are going through some of the same motions right now as we speak. And I'm not here to detour them. I'm not here to scare them. I'm not here to scare them straight. This is beyond scared straight, Esse. This is real life. These are facts. These are things that happen in my life in general, right? This is the 45-year culmination of what I've been through and where I'm going. So, because it ain't over yet. Esse. Not quite yet, right? Close, but not there. And I went to jail. CYA, the California Youth Authority. Now, if you ain't never been there, you don't never want to go there. Now, I understand they've torn them all down, and a lot of the places I went are no longer in existence. That's what happens with time. In due course of time, things change. Eras change, people change. So I was getting, where you wear your fucking tight-ass pants change. Everything changes. But, you know, these are memories that cannot be erased. Things that happen, you know, situations I found myself involved in that cannot be erased. Now, do they count to the majority of the people? Absolutely fucking not. Nothing I went through holds a bearing on your life. So I was like, man, I don't give a fuck about them. I just like to laugh at him and shit on YouTube. Fuck him, right? Nothing really counts. But in my life, it always will be. Because, see, these are the memories I have to live by. While people were going to that Mr. Ice Cream Man, while they were doing the Ice Cream Man, chasing the Paleta Man, and doing what they were doing, I was in there hoping I didn't get booked by a South Singer. I was in there thinking, fuck, hey, what am I doing over here in L.A.? Orale, Whittier, stand up. And they did. I was going through some changes in certain situations, man, that I put myself in. I placed myself in. Maybe the administration had a little hand in pushing me towards that way, but Sasuke, I was there, so I had to do what I had to do. Now, you would think I would have got my mind right so I could shine right. But all that was, the youth authority to me was a breeding ground of gang members, a breeding ground of who's who and what's what. We're going to see, homie, if you can make it. And at first, just like anyone, I had the fucking butterflies in my stomach. I was upset, I was nervous, and I was scared straight, right? Fuck this. I ain't trying to be down here, homes. They done dropped me off in the middle of LA talking about Ponle. I'm cool, right? Listo, right? I don't want that. I'm ready, but I'm not ready. But in any case, man, as I started to get a little bit older, and when I'm saying older, I don't mean as an adult. I'm talking about 12, 13, 14 years old. As I start to get a little bit older and a little bit wiser and start to recognize the situations I'm in, my mind state changed. It went from being nervous to I don't give a fuck, right? It went to, man, I done seen it. I done been involved in it, man. Ain't nothing could change me. Ain't nothing could stop me. And instead of taking the knowledge that I couldn't get in college, grasping it and saying, man, this ain't working out for me, I made it my own. I jumped right in. So I belly flop, right? I was right in that pool, swimming like a motherfucker. I was getting my dog paddle on with the bulldog, but I was doing my thing, right? Now, let me tell you something. That was the wrong way of thinking, right? I wasn't getting laced up the right way. Everything that was getting spit to me was guerra, war, hate these guys, hate these guys, hate these guys. When I really never had no problem with any vatos from out of the area, right? But having been through the situations that I went through, some of the pegadas, the stabbings, the battery packings, the fights, the over and over again, waking up in the morning, the redundancy of being incarcerated. I had a chip on my shoulder. The chip was, I don't care, bro. So this game's still standing, huh? You know what I mean? Orale, take your fucking bullet. Take your fucking bullet. Scarface, right? I'm still standing until someone gets you from the back. That's usually how it happens. Like, then, that's the only way you can take a soldado down. Now, look, I did my time, and you would think I would have learned my lesson, but I didn't. I got out running and gunning. Okay, let me tell you guys about the very first day I got out. Here's a story I never told. So I get out of YA, and I remember my abuelita, my grandmother, who's no longer with me, rest in peace, my father's mother, was going to pick me up. She was going to pick me up. I was going to stay with her. That's just the way the parole situation worked out. At this time, my family had moved out of Merced County, so I had to parole to Merced County. It's just the way it fucking worked. Don't ask me the details. You don't know the recipes. I can't teach you. But anyways, I remember getting out, and I had this parole officer. And the whole get down was I was supposed to go to my grandmother's house. She was going to pick me up from the Greyhound, because back then you ride the Greyhound to your pad, whoop-de-whoop, she picks you up, whatever, right? So my grandmother and my tia picked me up. And this little girl, I didn't even know. What the fuck is this? That's your tio's daughter. What? He was giving lanchorra to some chick, right? There he is. There's this kid, right? Looks just like him. So now I'm in the back of the car, hoopty too. My grandmother had a hoopty. That motherfucker was smoking and everything. I was embarrassed, right? Shit, first day out, I'm riding a hoopty. No, gente, not limousines picking me up and homeboys putting jewelry around my neck and all that. There was none of that. Everything that I fought for, everything that I strived for, all this big bad fucking guy I thought I was gang member, I got picked up in an old school Thunderbird primer, smoking like a motherfucker with no tags, right? Truth, facts, real ghetto shit, right? So anyways, I get picked up. And I remember my tia saying, hurry up, go home, I'm tired, right? I was like, oh, shit, my abuelitas, we got to stop over here at the tienda because I got to get some tortillas and some jalapeno. Oh, man. Well, at least grandma's going to get down on cooking. Spence on a tiro. So anyways, we get to the pad. I remember getting to the pad and asking her, hey, where's this primo at? He's locked up in prison. Where's this primo at? Primos that lived there. My grandmother was the type of grandmother, she raised all her kids' kids. That's just what it was, right? What's up with this primo? Prison. What's up with this primo? You didn't hear about it? That was no longer with us. What? Right? You hear about that? But you got bad paperwork. You hear about that, primo? Locked up, right? It was all just a whole lot to handle. And I remember my parole officer coming. Now, I had maxed out a parole. In fact, they let me out like a day or two ahead of schedule. Something like that. And I remember him coming immediately. Immediately. He did the Mozzie, right? He pulled up immediately to the pad. And I remember having that chip on my shoulder thinking I was bad, right? And I was already upset because, damn, there ain't no one here for me to fuck with. Man, the only one that was there was my fat-ass primo with Jack-in-the-Box wrappers everywhere around the house. It was all ice cold with the AC blowing. Everyone has that big fat cousin that never gets off the couch, right? I was like, oh, hell no, I got to wiggle. The wiggle is real. All I had was this little red phone book that they used to give you a YA. Like, man, I got to open that shit and get to wiggling. I can't stay here, right? The food is good. That was good. And it's out in the country. But at the same time, in between time, man, I'm right here with some poop butt. I got to go. Pro officer came. True story, facts. He comes, sits down. He already knows my grandmother because I've had other primos that were in YA. You know what I mean? Hood shit. Comes in, sits down. Hey, man, so you made it out. Yeah, I heard you maxed out. I said, yeah. You probably heard better than I did. What's up with it? I'm thinking I'm tough and I'm cool. I'm trying to play the gang member role, right? Let's get to banging. Let's say Mongolian flowing. Let's go. Tongpolian. This Volta tells me, yeah, really, you're done with your time, so you can pretty much tell me to stick my head up my ass, and there's really nothing I can do about it. I said, yeah, well, stick your head up your ass. Get the fuck out of my grandmother's house. He threatens me with, I'll violate you for 12 hours. I threaten him with, get the fuck out before I fucking show you what a real violation is. He gets on, right? My grandmother's like, mijo, you got to learn how to talk to people. I said, Grandma, he ain't people. I said, he ain't our people, right? Next thing you know, I go through my red phone book. Homeboys come swoop me up, and the adventure begins. The culmination of my 45 years. See, I didn't get out with the mentality to do better because I knew better. I got out with the mentality of I'm going to really show them what gangbanging's about now. I'm really going to get in the hood. I'm really going to involve myself in the politics in the mix because that's all I knew. See, I was thirsting for what I had just left, and that was canalismo, the embracement of the homeboys, busting the cool spread, chilling with the boys every day. This is what I got used to. I won't say I was institutionalized, but my life was patterned after kicking it with Norteños. That's what I did, Holmes. I was one of the fellas. One of the fellas. No, quite contrary to what people believe. I wasn't on the levee. I wasn't doing that. I was one of the fellas, right? And I wanted to kick it. So, of course, I called some of the fellas that are already out, and they swooped me up indubitably. Take me to the mall, buy me a couple threads, you know what I mean? Because I didn't have nothing, so they broke bread like Jesus said. And I was all good. Believe me, the fish filled the basket. Now, I get out with that mentality, that mind state. And I could sit here and talk all day about a lot of the things I involved myself in and a lot of things that we've done. And all I can tell you, because I can't give you too many details, how do they do it? Motherfuckers are watching, right? But I can tell you that we were involved in a lot of bullshit, a lot of this and a lot of that, man. A lot of things that we shouldn't have had our hand in the cookie jar. And so people would have slapped our hands. And I'll tell you this much, nothing was positive. There was no righteousness in it. We didn't say, hey, let's go get resumes and fucking go get a job. It's not, are you kidding me? Everything was a hustle. Everything was a way to grasp and get money and hook ourselves up. But in the back of my mind, right, I used to think, well, late night when I just be by myself, getting on my one, I used to be like, damn, I'm fucking up, right? I need to do better. I know better. I got to do better, right? But none of that meant anything to me. You know, it should have. And I knew I was doing wrong, but I was caring more about my image, about I had a reputation to uphold. So I loved it when people say, hey, I heard about you. Yeah, you heard about me? Yeah, I heard you're a piece of shit. No, you ain't heard about me. You know what I mean? But when Bob was like, hey, I heard about you. Hey, you're the homie. That's right. You were putting in work. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you, man. I fucking appreciate you, man. Right? They're thinking about moving to Bakersfield. They heard about me. That's all it took to light my fire. That's all it took to ignite the flame, to keep the flame burning, right? You know, just like a fire, man, throw a little bit of fucking, what's that shit called? Let's get lighter fluid and the flame comes back to life. And then you think you're a Soul to Soul song. Back to the present times, right? And that's how I thought. I was back to the present times. But let me tell you what I was really doing is I was digging my hole deeper. I was ruining my life more and more. Now as an older man, a accumulation of 45 years, I sit back and see I never had a chance. And it wasn't because I didn't have a chance and I wasn't given, because we're all started on the same line. It's the same race, Holmes. However we get there, we get there. I have a primo who's a fucking doctor. I have another primo who works in the White House. I have another fucking prima who's an accountant. I have another prima who's a sports trainer. I have another prima that did it like this and did it like that. And I have another prima that gave my most to everyone in the hood. But we're not going to speak on her. I have a lot of different family members that all started out on that same race, on that same line, and everyone achieved different things. And me, all I can say is I'm an ex-convict YouTuber. Bang, bang. Watch how we get down, right? No one deprived me of anything. There was chorizo and papas in the morning when I woke up. There was sometimes fucking Fruity Pebbles, just depending on how much food stamps hit, right? And at night there was bean burritos. But one thing I'll say for sure is I fucked my life up. I chose to go the wrong route. So the only person that can get himself out of that situation is me. So let's fast forward. Prison terms, violations, state to state, doing what I did. So many tortas. The wind blew. So much different things that I put myself through. So many situations, having a child here, having a child with another woman there, having a child with another woman there, not paying attention to my responsibilities, not being the best man that I could be. Nothing could stop me from what I truly was trying to achieve, which was respect and admonishment for being a hardcore gang member, because that's what I chose to be. So, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be an astronaut. Let's get, I want to go up there I want to go see if there's fucking aliens. What do you want to be? I want to be a Bigfoot hunter, because I know that bastard's out there. I can smell him right now. So that's good. No, sir, that's Savacos. Hey, what are you going to be? I'm going to be a hoe. Straight up? Yeah, that's good, because I heard if you sell pussy, you know what I mean? What are you going to be? Gunner when you grow up? A YouTuber? And you know what I mean? An ex-gang member YouTuber? Nah, that was never in my ways of, that wasn't on my bucket list. But it's become my bucket list. 45 years, and I never had a chance. Because I never gave myself a chance. I never gave myself a chance. I always knew, just like everyone else knows. So let's fast forward to 45 years later, man. Here I'm doing my YouTube thing. My channel picks up. I wasn't prepared for all the hate, and I wasn't prepared for all the envy, and I wasn't prepared for all the trash talking, and I wasn't prepared for none of that. And I'm still not, man. I'm a grown man. I've met people along the way that are cool, that are become lifelong friends. And then I met people along the way that I thought would be lifelong friends, and they're not. Cool. I have nothing bad to say about them. I've met people that were slimy fucking characters from the gate. Cool. I don't want to hang around with them. See, when you get older, you get a different mentality. You get wiser to the game, man. And you start to figure out and realize in the beginning, just like in the end, it was always just on you. It's always about what you do, what you're going to do. Now, I wanted to address something real quick. Is that game? When I first started YouTube, I did it for the love of the people. I did it to entertain. I did it to get my stories out there. Therapeutic, whatever you may call it. I made a little money doing it, off the YouTube. That's what it's all about. That's why everyone's struggling to get monetized and fighting to get monetized and trying for views. And I've been told, oh, you do it for the views. Damn right, I do it for the views. Fuck, you think I don't? Why would I do a video if I don't want no one to watch it? I want you to view it. Hey, if you're entertained by it, you are. If not, you're not. You know what I mean? You're not paying me anyways. YouTube is. And that's just part of the game. It's the way it is, man. You know, I'm not here to sugarcoat nothing or add preservatives. I told you that from day one. I see a lot of people don't get it. A lot of people, oh, you're just cloud chasing. What cloud? Bro, I don't even know how to spell that shit. Fuck you mean cloud chasing what? You know what I mean? I don't care about none of that, bro. All I care about is living my life, dropping my video, doing my thing, man. Take care of my kids. That's all I can do, bro. I'm a grown man. You know, everything that I did and people talk and belittle it and downplay it, you know what I mean? I don't care, right? I don't care. I lived this, my memories, bro. It's my shit. It's what I went through. You know, everyone's path in life is different. One thing I can say for sure is you have to come to a certain point in life where you have to figure it out. Because if you don't figure it out, homes, then you're going to end up just like everyone ends up in the grave, homes, or incarcerated as a slave. Man, that's what you're going to do. That's the only thing there's the only options left for you. You know, get your shit together. I was told that many times, get your shit together, homes. My older homeboys told me, get your shit together. They didn't want me to end up like them, but I was striving to be like them when I shouldn't have. Now, but I'm not here to deter anyone. Like I said, do your fucking thing. That's on you. You know, live your life the way you want. You know, because it might work out for you where it didn't work out for me. Period. You know, it definitely didn't work out for me because this isn't what my life is all cracked up to be. Now, I'll tell you this. With everything that goes on lately with YouTube, it made me question what I was doing this for. And I questioned myself, which I haven't did in a long time. Man, maybe I should just fucking fade away, man. You know, but I can't give anybody that type of, what is it? I can't even say it right now. I can't give anyone that type of, oh, I did that. Oh, you didn't do shit. You know, no one did nothing. As a grown man, you dictate your own life. Now I'm getting called out for boxing matches and things of that nature. The answer is nope. And the reason why the answer is nope is because I just don't want to. That's it. I'm not scared. I know punk. I know fucking sucker. And I just don't want to. Just don't want to. I don't feel the need to do that anymore. I've already did it. See, I'm one of the only ones to do it. There's only a handful of people to do that. I don't want to do it no more. I'm done with that phase of life. I don't want to deal with the individuals that I once dealt with, man. When I started YouTube, I was hella cool with a lot of different people. You know, the embracement was there, open-hearted, man, showing love to a lot of people. You know, I know, you know, in ways it's kind of my fault because I didn't go on everyone's live and I didn't fucking tune into everyone and people felt like I wasn't supporting them. But bro, I got kids. I'm tired. You know what I mean? I'd be tired at night to be staying up hella 1 or 2, 3 in the morning on people's lives. It wasn't that I didn't support them, but Spansaw homes, I just did 3-4 hours live myself in Dubs. I'm tired, bro. I appreciate all the support, but I can't do, you know, I can't do it. I'm only one man. Fuck, man. Bear with me, I say. You know what I mean? Straight up. And a lot of the people that I dealt with, or a lot of the people that I functioned and fucked with, and not everybody, man. And I'm not here to disrespect or clown anyone or expose anyone or do none of that because I just don't want to, man. I'm too tired for all this. I'm 45 years old. I'm just the accumulation of my life. I'm already at an age, and things change as you get older and older. You know, you start getting bald, your hair turns gray. You know, I mean, shoulders are always going to stay the same. But, I mean, you know, you can't last as long. It's like, yeah, I went from an hour to 45 minutes. How does that work? Right? I'm just saying, when you go through life, different changes, different things happen in different mentalities. Nope. Just don't want to do it, man. Anyways, gente, 45 years later, I ask everyone, take self-reflection, man. The people that are around my age, look back in your life. Think about some of the changes you could have made and look at where you're at now. Look where you went wrong. People always say, hey, do you know the exact moment you went wrong? I know the exact moment, second, time, date, place, who I did it to, why I did it to, and everything. I know where I went wrong, man. I know where. But the only one that suffered was myself. You know? I'm done suffering, man. I'm done going through the bullshit. I got some big shit on the horizon, and I plan to topple that mountain. Hey, you! Get off that mountain! I plan to do my thing. Anyways, I've rambled on long enough. 45 years later, I never had a chance because I never gave myself a chance. Raza, we have to help each other, give each other chances, man. Hey, if I see someone struggling along the way, I dust themselves off and I try again, right? I pick them up and I lace them up and I give them the game I can. You know, not everyone's going to like me. Not everyone's going to listen to the words I said. Not everyone trusts me. Not everyone respects me. Hey, but I love myself. With that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose, get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, it's all about the struggle to strive and the strive to struggle. It's all about doing you and not letting other people get up in your realm. fuck up out of here, man. This is the gun. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's gonna be the head that wears the crown. I'm gonna continue to strive and struggle and struggle and strive for what I honestly and really truly believe in, man. And that's the coming together of all people. But Gun, you're here to entertain us. Are you not entertained? Because that's all I can give you, eh? Bang, bang.